So we are going to look at this business opportunity, and feel free to ask any questions at the end of this presentation. You can post your question in the chat area or a comment in the chat area, and I will be able to attend to it or any of my business partners. Okay. So welcome to Virtual AVS. Virtual AVS stands for Virtual Airtime Vending Software. This is a mobile app that you find on Google Play Store. It is free to download and to register. And Virtual AVS also refers to the name of the company that basically developed this software or developed this mobile app. And the company is domiciled in Washington, D.C. in the US. So it's actually an American mobile app, which is really, really changing lives, especially in the continent of Africa. You know, they say in Africa, that is where money from telecommunication is made the most. Okay, probably because of our numbers, probably also because of the taking to technology. It's quite quick in this side of the world. So that is Virtual AVS, Virtual Airtime Vending Software. So in a short while, we'll see exactly how it works. But this is what I was telling you, that this app was started in 2020. That is when it was launched into the market. That is when it was put in on Google Play Store. And the main idea behind this app is to have 347 service providers of different services and products. And the idea here is whenever you make use of any services or you buy any goods using the app from these service providers, you make money or you earn a cashback commission. Okay. Now, the people behind this app are many, but we shall just look at these two. Daisy Sheriff is a CEO. She has a degree in telecommunication. Daisy Sheriff has worked for one of the biggest telecom companies in the world. So she knows everything there is to know about telecommunication. And on the right-hand side is Said Norwood. He's the director of marketing. He's the one who pushes this app and markets it all over the world. So we have worked with these two individuals for close to 3 years now, and we've had a great relationship, especially in those early days when we really didn't know how the app works. They really guided us, to find our footing, and it's been a great journey. All right. So the telecom statistics in the world, this app is based mostly in the telecom industry, and the telecom statistics in the world are simply amazing. How people spend money on airtime is just out of this world. You know, here in Kenya, the Kenya Bureau of Statistics, they did a research some time back, and they realized that now the expenditure of airtime is now number one. And I think, is it food was a distant second. People are spending more money on airtime than on food, than on transport, than on fuel. That means if you actually want to make money in Kenya, and I know in many other African countries, then you better find your footing in the telecom industry. And as you can see there, the telecom industry is actually a $1 trillion industry. Yeah, you know, trillion, some people can't really figure out trillion. Trillion is 12 zeros. So every year the telecom industry makes more than $1 trillion. As a matter of fact, if you look there, you'll see that in the US, in 2019 rather, the telecom industry had a market size of 1.44 trillion. A rollout of $1.44 trillion is quite much in any industry. And you can see in 2020, when COVID was actually ravaging many businesses, the telecom industry generated an extra $400 billion US plus. So the people who were making money from the telecom industry, they actually didn't, feel a dent. They actually made more money than the previous year. And you can see in 2021, We have 2.01 trillion US dollars. So this is an industry that actually grows as years go by. It's an industry that is ever profitable, ever innovative, and you can even tell from the telecom companies in your country that they're actually the highest income earners in your country and actually in the region. I know here in Kenya, we have Safaricom. They're actually, the most profitable company in East and Central Africa, simply because of this particular industry. So moving on, you're going to see exactly how you're going to benefit from this industry globally using this app. So it says there, virtual AVS is a system that allows you to convert airtime users anywhere in the world to become your loyal customer, earning you passive income. Passive income is income that comes in whether you want it or not once you set up a system. The opposite of passive income is passive expense. Things like water, electricity, those are passive expenses. Why? Whether you like it or not, you've got to pay for water, you've got to pay for electricity, you've got to pay for fuel, you've got to pay for transport and things like that. You can do nothing about it. On the other hand, this app enables us to make income passively. People spend and we make the money whether we like it or not. It says also that virtual AVS is a world-class airtime vending software that is designed to give millions of airtime users, you and I who use airtime, you're being given an opportunity to earn from this industry. For a long time, we have been using this product called airtime and we've never made money out of it. Virtual AVS is here to give you and I an opportunity to make money from this industry. It gives you a platform to monetize or to make money out of one of the fastest moving consumer products. And you can guess what that is. It is airtime, it is data, it is utilities like water and electricity. These are products people consume all the time. They are called fast moving consumer products. Virtual AVS is able to enable you to make money from these products. Okay, so we said virtual AVS gives you a chance there to make passive income. Passive income is one of the greatest income that you can ever make money from. Yeah, passive income is where you build a system that keeps on bringing you money. A very good example of passive income, of course, is rental. Someone spends a lot of money, a lot of time building, setting up rental units. But you know what happens after some time? That person can sit back and people have to pay rent. The person has to make money because rental is a passive expense. You understand? So passive income is a kind of income many people chase after. But I reckon the best passive income comes from airtime, because airtime is used on a second to second basis. Okay. So active income is where you have to show up at your place of work, at your business place to make money. In the case of when there was COVID, many people suffered because they used to make active income. And since people no longer left their homes, or businesses could no longer open, or even if they opened, customers wouldn't want to come to a place, to gather in a place to get services or to buy goods. People who made active income really suffered. Yeah. People who made passive income, especially with virtual AVS, continued making money. And that is why many millionaires make their millions from passive income. Okay. So I'm going to show you in the next slide exactly how to make passive income using the virtual AVS app. Now, we've basically said the virtual AVS app operates in the telecom industry, meaning anybody can download the app and buy airtime from whatever service provider they've been buying airtime from. And this app operates in so many countries. These are just few of them. We have many other countries. Yeah. So that means anybody in these countries who uses the app to buy airtime from their service provider by themselves, here we are not in the business of selling airtime. The person just downloads the app, buys the airtime by themselves. So the app has been availed in all these countries. And if you are, for example, if you told somebody in, let's say, there's Nigeria here, Malawi, and so on. If you told someone in Malawi about the app, and when they're registering, they actually put your number somewhere, because you have to put the number of the person who told you about the app. Okay. When that person in Nigeria buys airtime in their country, and you are, for example, in South Africa or in Kenya, the app actually pays you from the expenditure, the expenditure in Nigeria, without you, of course, knowing they are buying airtime. That is what is called passive income. Someone is doing what they're doing wherever they are, but because they are linked to you using a system, the money keeps on dropping in your wallet. All right. That is a beautiful thing about virtual AVS. So you can actually ask yourself, who do I know in these countries? And you approach them and you tell them there's an app that you can actually make money yourself when you're buying airtime. Yeah. And you tell them they can sort of like build a small network of people around their country who use airtime, who are buying airtime using the app, and they can make money from it. And they would find it a very good idea, actually. And you see, with time, I normally say you'll actually have a big crowd of people, some you know, some you don't know, who are using the app to buy airtime, and you're making money out of it. You actually end up being like a small mobile network operator. Okay, actually even a big one. I'm gonna show you a slide that shows you at some point you can have about 25 million subscribers on your app. Can you imagine that? If you have 25 million subscribers on your app, and let's say you're making even $500,000 half a million, half a dollar every day, that's $12 million, right? Yeah. All right. So anyway, this is how you create passive income using the mobile app. Okay. So how do you get started? So the first thing you've got to do is you've got to go to Google Play Store. When you go to Google Play Store, you download the app. It is free of charge. Yeah. You register. It is free of charge. And you can actually buy airtime from the app without even having to buy a license. You can actually, even now as I talk, you can download the app and you test drive it. Yeah. Just to see how it delivers airtime into your SIM card. But number two, if you want to open your doors for business using this app, you've got to buy a license. Just like any business that you start, you must buy a license, right? You can't start making money, you can't start operating in any business unless you buy a license. So in virtual AVS, the license is only $69. And the good thing is, or the good news is, your license is valid for a whole 24 months. Meaning for 24 months, you don't have to mind putting in any money into your business unless it's money that you're buying airtime with. Okay. So $69, divide by 24 months of using the license, that's like $3 a day. Yeah. That's quite a fair amount to pay for such a business. And then you refer people into the business. I'm going to be talking about that in a little while. Uh, Number three, you load airtime using the app. In other words, once you buy your license, you say bye-bye to any other methods of buying airtime. You only buy airtime using the app. Why? Because now that you have a license, whenever you buy airtime, you will always earn cash back on all the airtime that you purchase for the next 2 years. Okay. I often say if virtual AVS was there, when I first bought my phone, I think by now I'd have bought a small car or a big car using my commission, because you've used a lot of airtime from when you first owned your phone. And no problem. From now on, you can begin to earn from your airtime. And then number four, you can upgrade your account with a further $75. This $75 gives you, opens a door to you earning a commission called bulk airtime commission. I'm going to talk about this commission. It's actually one of the biggest commissions that virtual AVS pays. Okay. Then number five, and very, very important, recommend the system, the virtual AVS system or app, to as many people as you can to begin earning huge profits. You see, for any business entity that you start, that you have to bring in customers, whether it is a salon, a restaurant, a beauty shop, a car dealer, whatever it is, you've got to bring in customers. It's the same thing with virtual AVS. Once you buy your license, you've got to ask yourself, who looks like they would be interested in a business like this one? Who looks like they would use some passive income? Then recommend the app for them, or rather to them. You understand? And the more people you recommend the app to, the more money you make. You know, the more the potential of more money that you can make. Do you know why? Because when they also recommend other people and they buy airtime using the app, the system still traces those people to you. Yeah. So meaning you actually make make money from people you recommended the app to, and the ones you didn't recommend to, so long as they're in your team. You understand what I mean? Or in your system. Okay. And this is how apps like, Uber and Amazon have been able to make money. The shareholders are very, very wealthy. You know why? Because nobody taught you how to use Uber or Bolt. There's so many these days, yeah. Nobody taught. No, I mean, they didn't hold a conference and come down to your country and tell you how to use Uber. Uber was introduced to you by a friend, right? Someone told you that you don't need to call a taxi. You just need to go to your app, to your phone, and download an app called this. And you do this, and you see the vehicle standing right here. You see, it was a recommendation of someone else that the shareholders of Uber are very, very wealthy. And that is what is happening in the world right now. So long as you have a system that has been developed that can pay you along the way, it doesn't matter who is using it. That is a great system to invest in. All right. So anyway, let's move on. So how do you earn from virtual AVS? Four types of commission: license commission, airtime commission, utility commission, and bulk airtime commission, also known as passive income. So how do you make money from these commissions? I'm going to show you shortly. But first of all, let me show you how you can develop a team or a network that can make you money using virtual AVS. All right. So you are there at the very top and you bought your license, you bought your virtual AVS license. Then you ask yourself, who could use this kind of opportunity? Who would love this kind of opportunity? Now, the virtual AVS, training teaches us that you can do what you call a 3x3 model. Some people even are using 2x2 model, others 10x10, but you can use 3x3. Yeah, let me just illustrate it here. So once you talk to your three friends and they buy a license, they also have the right to bring in or to inspire three people each. They can do more, but we're just talking about the power of three. Okay, three people who also in turn buy the license. You understand? Okay, and then those also talk to three people, and so on and so forth. So what happens is this, yeah, you after these are like 4 levels. After 4 levels, can you see you have about 120 people in your system? Okay, it sort of like reminds me how, when we first, when the world first learned how to use, SIM cards. When you're in college and you got your first phone, and you didn't know how to use your phone and so on, you had a friend to explaining to you how to put a SIM card, how to buy airtime and things like that. We were so naive those early days. These days they learn quickly, you know but in those days you needed someone to guide you. And as a result of people telling each other, the telecom companies have millions of mobile subscribers. That is what virtual AVS here seeks to achieve for you. Thank God, with virtual AVS, everybody makes money. Okay, You don't refer for nothing, you refer and you make money. Now it says there that you may choose to register more than 3 direct business partners. Many of us have done about 200 business partners on one level. The more business partners you have, the more money you make. You see, yeah. So I'm gonna show you a table which shows that this 3x3 model could easily land you with 25 million subscribers, but that is ahead. So how do you get compensated? I spoke about 4 commissions. Let me begin with 3 of them. Now, on the first row there, you see this one in gray here. It says here level U. U means you have just bought the license, you've not talked to anybody. You want to now test drive the app and see how it works. So once you buy your airtime using the app, your own airtime, what happens is the app calculates 0.5% of your expenditure. Let's say you're in Kenya and you buy airtime of 100 shillings. Okay, airtime float. Actually, the minimum is 1,000, yeah, of $10, yeah. So when you buy the float of $10, the app calculates 0.5% of $10, and then it sends that to your wallet, which is on your app, and it sends it immediately. So guess what? You buy airtime float and immediately you see money in your wallet. How awesome is that? Okay, that is airtime commission. And then you decide, you know what? I think I want to pay for my DSTV, for my water, electricity using the app. Now that I've discovered I can pay for utility using the app. And the minute you do it, yeah, you earn 0.04% cash back. So your expenditure actually ends up becoming an income, okay? And that is you. Then you decide, you know what? Actually, there's a line I want to share here at the very bottom. At the very bottom here, it says, any airtime float you purchase above $20. What I forgot to say is this 0.5% here cash back is for any amount of float up to $20 within a given month. The next month, it begins computing afresh. But within a given month, let's say in this month of April, if you keep on buying your float up to $20, the commission is 0.5% cash back. When you go beyond $20, the income now goes up 10 times to 5%. So let's say in a given month, this month, for example, you buy float of $30 because that's the kind of airtime that you purchase. What will happen is the first $20, you're going to earn 0.5% cash back. The extra $10 is going to earn you 5% cash back, which is awesome. The more money, the more airtime float you use, the more money you make. Okay. All right. That's a point I need to bring there. So I was saying, so you decide, you know what, I want to make more money. And I know my friend, Abraham can actually use this app, and they would want this kind of commissions. So when you speak to Abraham and Abraham buys a license of $69, the company pays you $10 in your wallet, and then the $59 goes to the company. Then whatever airtime float Abraham ever buys this month, you earn 0.4% cash back. And that is how you look at your app wallet and you see you've earned passive income, because you didn't tell Abraham to buy the airtime. You're not even with him when he was buying airtime. You just showed him how to buy airtime through the app. But when you look at your wallet, there's money in it. Same thing as utility. Let's say he goes to Java and buys a meal, 0.04% of the cost of his meal is sent to your wallet. You see how amazing that is. For any utility that Abraham uses that month, 0.4% cash back is paid in your wallet in dollars. In those early days, people used to think you're paid in airtime. No, you're paid in dollars, which you can actually withdraw into your mobile money in Kenya shillings. If you're a Kenyan here, you can do that. If you're from any other country, you can withdraw into your bank account. Okay, your expenditure and other people's expenditures becoming an income. And the same happens to Abraham's friend. Third level here, this is Abraham's friend. Abraham's friend buys a license. The company pays you $2. The app pays you $2, even though you never spoke to that person. You don't know who they are. You don't know which country they are in. The app pays you $2, 0.4% cash back if someone buys airtime float in Naira. Okay, the app has a foreign exchanger, converter, converts that Naira into dollars, and then gives you 0.4% into your wallet. Okay, same thing, same percentage for utility commission, 0.04%. And it does that all the way to the 15th level. Okay, so I'm going to show you a table that shows the amount of these percentages in actual dollars. Some people are not comfortable with percentages. Now, let me speak about the other commission called bulk airtime commission. Do you remember I said you can choose to add a further $75 onto your license? Okay, you can decide when you're coming into virtual AVS, you'll come in with $144. That is $69 for the license plus $75, which I'll explain what it is for just now. All right. Now, virtual AVS, it says here, they have signed contracts with companies that purchase airtime, SMS, and data in bulk. Okay. So what virtual AVS do is they go to the service provider and they say, you know what, we have found a company, we have found this airline, we have found this supermarket, we have found this store that normally sends out messages to customers in bulk or gives airtime to its staff, and we have signed we have an agreement that you can actually supply to them. So you, mobile network operator, I want you to give me airtime worth this much every month. Okay. So what happens is you all know that airtime is expensive. So what virtual AVS have done, they have come to us who are business partners. I remember they did this 2 years ago, and they said anybody who wants to support us in this business, in this corporate business, yeah, give a further $75 so that we take some amount, so that we collect all your the money that you give us, and this will be our capital to be buying this bulk airtime. And as a result, we are going to give you a commission every month. Okay. And many of us saw this as a big, as a great opportunity. All right. So the bulk airtime commission is actually one of the biggest paying commissions in this business. So it says there in red that bulk airtime commission, also known as passive income, is payable on the 15th of each month. Okay, so mid-month, the commission is paid. And it says this commission is payable for 5 years to accounts that have upgraded with a further $75. And the good thing is this $75, you pay it once in 5 years. Once in 5 years. You'll never get to pay it again until 60 months are over. So how is your commission calculated? This is what happens. The $75 is divided into two. $55 is your contribution to the capital to buy this bulk airtime to supply corporate businesses. $20 is normally put aside for payment of corporate tax by virtual AVS. Okay, so your commission is paid on the $55. So how is it paid? It says here, you 1%, 0.55 of a dollar. What does that mean? It means you will be paid 1% of $55 on the 15th of every month. That translates to 0.55 of a dollar for the next 60 months until when you have to upgrade another $75 if you so wish. Okay. But the beautiful thing is that for your team, you remember Abraham, your friend, and all his friends, and all, all the team that is in your app, yeah. When they also upgrade, you also earn a percentage of their $55. It's like earning dividends out of someone else's shares. Okay. So from level 1 to level 10, you will earn a percentage, which is 0.55 of a dollar for the next 60 months. Level 11 to level 14, you earn 0.4%, which is $1, which is 0.22 of $1 for the next 60 months or whatever period of time before your 60 months is over. And then for the 15th level, again, we go to a percentage, okay? So those are 4 commissions we've looked at: license commission, airtime commission, utility commission, and bulk airtime commission. Now, enough of the percentages. Now let's look at the actual cash, okay? So we want to look at this commissions projections table. Has several columns. I'm going to explain the columns by looking at the rows. Now, generation 1 speaks of your 3 friends, yeah, Abraham and the other 2 friends of yours, Susan and Simon, okay? So Abraham, Susan, and Simon, they think this is a good idea. They buy a license. You are paid $10 for each person. The way that the app knows that they're in your generation 1 is because when they register, they're gonna put your phone number as a person who told them about the app. Okay, that is mandatory of anybody who's registering. Even me, when I was registering, I had to put the phone number of the person who told me about the app. Okay, so when they buy a license, you earn $10 from each one. That means $30 from the 3 of them, 3 times 10. And then they begin to buy airtime float using the app. Now, let's assume they each spend $20 in a month. $20 times 3 is $60 for all of them. Remember, we said you're paid 0.4% commission. So 0.4% times $60 is 0.24 of $1. Okay, so your income begins by coming in small. But the beauty about it, it is passive income. Okay, which you said is the best income that anyone could ever start building. And then the bulk passive commission. Remember the bulk commission, it comes when anybody upgrades. You're paid 0.55 of $1 from each one on the 15th of every month. So $0.55 times 3 people there, $1.65 on the 15th of every month for the next 60 months. Utility commission, we said you're paid 0.04% commission, assuming these 3 people, when they pay for their water, electricity, DSTV and GoTV and Java, and they pay for fuel from Shell and so on and so forth, at the end of the month, they've spent $100 each, so $100 times 3 people, that's $300. You said you're paid 0.04%. 0.04% of $300 is 0.12 of $1. You're assured this is your money every month. Hopefully they'll spend much more next month, so your income here is gonna grow. But that is how you create passive income. Now we said these 3 people here, using the model of 3, they decide also, let's look for 3 people each, right? So what will happen is these 9 people are also part of your team, even though you don't know them, okay? So when these 9 people here buy a license, you earn $4 per license. Obviously, the money is less because you didn't put in much work. So 9 times 4 is $36, and the calculations go the same way. You earn 0.4% from their airtime float. You earn 0.55 of $1 from each one when they upgrade. You earn 0.04% expenditure from the utility. Your money goes up. The second levelers obviously have paid you more money than the first levelers because the second levelers are more. And it goes that way. At this point, you don't even know who the generation 3 are, you don't even know who 5 are, and so on. But check out what happens. By the time you get to generation 8, you have 6,561 individuals on one level. This is how mobile network operators have become so wealthy. Everybody getting a SIM card, getting a phone and so on. More and more people increase. They make millions of dollars every month. So for you, generation 8, you have 6,000 people. Actually, if you add all the people in your team, you easily have 8,000 people, yet it is only the power of 3. How about if people decide, you know what, I'm going to talk to 10 people to buy licenses and so on, okay? Now, Generation 8, you're paid $2 per person when they buy a license. Look at this. Generation 8 made you $13,000. I think that's 1.5 million Kenya shillings. If my calculation is correct or more. 1.5 million shillings for people you never spoke to. Actually, if you add all this here, it comes to about $18,000. Yeah, 2 million Kenya shillings. You can actually buy a house with this app. The airtime float also increases. The bulk airtime commission, which I told you is the most lucrative, you're paid 0.55 from 6,000 people. In 1 month, you're paid $3,000. Of course, you're also paid the 0.55 of a dollar from all these other people. That means you earn about $6,000 every 15th of the month only from this commission. Okay, that's around 500,000 Kenya shillings. Yeah, the utilities are also paying you. Now, this app actually can make you a lot of money. And remember, all this is passive income. If I might just digress a little bit, they said, was it last year or when? There's some researchers who said that in China is actually facing a big crisis because people are refusing to be employed. They're actually having an employment crisis. Why? Because COVID showed people you can actually make money from home without having to wake up early, without having to face, a mean boss, in quotes, quotes or no quotes, a mean boss every day, every month. People discover they can actually make passive income. So they're actually begging people to go back to work. Passive income has a lot of money, especially if the product is a fast moving consumer product. Now, you can see the generations are growing. Power of three. Eventually, by the time you get to the 15th level, look at this. You have 14 million airtime subscribers in only one level. Everybody just talk to 3333. If you add all this up, it comes to 21 million individuals, 21 million airtime subscribers. That is why I said at some point, because virtual AVS is all over the world, you end up being like a small network operator, making lots of money. So the 21 million people, some of them, when they bought the license, you are paid $1, others 2, others 10, others 4, and so on. But you end up cumulatively earning $21 million. And do you remember that I told you licenses are renewed every 2 years? That means 2 years down the line, people are renewing their licenses. The system is paying you as if there are fresh people coming into the system. A few million more dollars are coming into your pocket every 2 years. Airtime commission. Do you remember airtime commission? We began with your three friends earning you 0.24 of a dollar every month, but you became patient with the advantage of time. Eventually, you're earning how much? You're earning $1.7 million in airtime commission every month. That is why they say entrepreneurs, they do what other people cannot do, so that in future they will earn the way other people will not earn. Or rather, it's the other way around. Entrepreneurs do what other people will not do. You're telling me to earn 0.24 of a dollar every month. This is not good. Yeah. They do what other people will not do, so they can start earning what other people cannot earn years later. Okay. So that's airtime commission, $1.7 million every month. Bulk airtime commission, 0.55 from everybody, earns you almost $10 million on the 15th of every month. Utility, people for paying for their water, electricity, and so on, almost $1 million every month. This is the power of creating time and financial freedom. Virtual AVS creates for you the two types of freedoms. There's some people with financial freedom, but they don't have time freedom. Yeah, people who earn very highly, but they have to show up to earn that kind of money. You see, I have nothing against neurosurgeons, but a neurosurgeon has to go through so much training. They have to go and do, a very intricate surgery. and they're paid a lot of money, right? They're paid a lot of money. But he can't sit at home and say, the whole of this month I'm going nowhere. Yes, he might have financial freedom. He earns so much, but he has to spend a lot of time, no time freedom. Others have time freedom, but no financial freedom. Time freedom, someone has lost their job, they have all the time in the world, but you know what? They don't have the finances to support their lifestyle. So, but a good place to be in is both time and financial freedom. I'm sure we know that well. So the thing is, in life, just like in mechanics, if you want to lift this load with your bare hands, it's very difficult. But if you get a lever, a leveraging system, and you stand at the end here with little energy, you can actually make this load move. That is what you were taught in physics when you were in school. And the same happens in finance. If you want to make a lot of money, millions of dollars every month, you can't do it until you find a leveraging system where you put little energy, talk to this person here and that person there, go to social media, talk about virtual AVS. Doesn't cost a lot of energy, doesn't cost a lot of money. But you know what? Because you're leveraging on a system that calculates all this income for you, you end up making crazy money after some time. You understand? That is why I like putting this illustration here to remind me how money is made these days. Mechanics and financial world operate the same way. Virtual AVS is saying join the dining table where people have been making money from this industry. Yeah. Pull a chair and sit here. And the success steps are simple. Just download, a summary, download the app from Play Store, pay your $69, refer as many friends as you can, buy airtime using the app, upgrade with $75 to make more money. Okay, and there is the app is on Google Play Store. You simply download it for free, and then as a first time user, you simply come here to register. Once you press register, it presents a form here where you put in your username, your first name, your last name, you put in your country, you put in the phone number that you wish to register, and of course you choose the flag of your country so the app can get your country code, then put in your email. Then here is where I was saying you've got to put in the number of the person who told you about the app line phone number, and choose the flag of their country so the app can have the right, they can pay, it can know where to correctly pay. You understand? And then putting in a password, and down here you press on sign up. So anybody from any country can sign up, anybody from any other country. Virtual AVS is a global business opportunity. And then once you register, registration is free of charge. You will get your icons here. Icons are used for different purposes. The most popular icon is buy services. This first one, yeah. We said you can test drive the app by buying your airtime just to see how the app works, yeah. So you come to buy services, you will find load airtime. It will ask you how much you want, and you put in all those. It will ask you your country, your airtime provider, and so on. Put in all those details, and then the airtime will go straight to your SIM card. And the airtime is just the same amount. How do I want to say this? If you request for airtime of, let's say, $20 or $10, you'll get the same airtime. It won't give you less, it will give you the same amount. You understand? Okay. So this is where you buy airtime. This is where you buy your license of $69. Okay. The good thing with this app, everything is done on the app. You don't need to take money to anybody. The app will simply bring you an invoice of $69, convert it into your local currency. That is why you put your country code there in the first place. Yeah? So it will give you your conversion, and then you will be able to buy the license. Okay. The person who invited you can explain more how to do that. So as I finish up, I just took this screenshot to show you utilities actually work on this app. This is a screenshot that was taken when somebody generated a voucher. Someone wanted to go to the petrol station to buy fuel. So they generated a voucher using the app. The app sent this message on their SIM card. It says, congratulations, you have received a voucher worth 500 Kenya shillings from the provider. And then the person actually went and to Shell to redeem the voucher and got another message that says, confirmed 500 redemption at Shell Bellevue. It even shows you the location of where the fuel was bought. By the time the person was buying this voucher, guess what? They already had a cashback commission paid up. So here is a case of where you buy fuel and you earn money. Someone else buys fuel and the money goes just like that. Beauty about virtual AVS. Okay. And then this other one, someone wanted to go to Java to buy a meal. They generated a voucher of 1,500 on their way to Java. Okay. I don't have the redemption message, but they redeemed. They bought a meal at Java. By the time they were buying this voucher, guess what? The app had already paid them a commission. Your meal pays you an income. Beautiful, beautiful way to make money. And now you can imagine anybody in your team, the the 10 or the 20 people in your team or the 5 people in your team going to Java buying fuel. You also earn a commission from their expense, and you are not there with them when they are going to these enterprises. Virtual AVS app has so many enterprises on the app. If you want to know the rest of them, you can look at your app or you can join our class on Saturday morning. We normally look at ways to make money using this app. Has anybody made money from this app? The answer is yes. This is a screenshot taken on the 16th of August 2 years ago. Credit here. You can see the commissions coming in, small bits and pieces of commission, because people buy small airtime throughout the day. But just check the cumulative down here. Cumulative credit. This app made for this person $15,000. That's about what? 1.7 million Kenya shillings. This was in 2021. How much money has this person made now? Understand? So people have been making money from this app. John D. Rockefeller, one of the wealthiest men on the planet, said many years ago, I would rather earn 1% from several people's efforts, like virtual AVS, than to stick to a venture where I'm making all the money by myself, where I'm earning 100% using my own effort. John D. Rockefeller is the wealthiest man that ever existed. Yet they say that, yet he died in the 1800s. He already knew the power of leverage. He called it the secret wealth formula of the rich. Ladies and gentlemen, making money through a system passively is what is making people wealthy in this world right now. Robert Kiyosaki, one of the respected entrepreneurs in the world, he says, the richest people in the world look for and build networks. If you want to become wealthy in this world, look for the system that allows you to build levels of people, networks of people, teams of people. You don't know them. They work on your system, they use your system, and you make money. And of course, here he counters and says everyone else looks for work. Looking for work is looking for what John D. Rockefeller was saying, making 100% by yourself, just getting an income by showing up at work. He says the wealthy build systems, they build networks. Warren Buffett, a very wealthy man in the US right now, they say one of the wealthiest men that ever existed, he still exists, yeah. He says if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. If you don't find a way to make money passively, you're asleep in your country, someone else is awake elsewhere, the activity elsewhere is making you money. That's what he means here. He says you will work by yourself until you just tire out. These are wealthy men who have figured out passive income, and many people have figured out passive income. Thank God for virtual AVS. We have business partners from all over the world who have seen this opportunity. We normally have conferences and meetings to teach people about this app. So you will not be lonely. Many, many people are using virtual AVS. It is time to take action. If you have not downloaded the app, go download the app. If you have not paid your license, pay for your license. If you have not spoken to friends, begin speaking to them, because you can see you can actually make millions of dollars as your team grows. And the good thing about this app, you might actually talk to a friend who has a very big network. Yeah, the person can actually surprise you. You can talk to a friend who knows how to use social media properly. Yeah, so that person can actually bring in a whole team into your app. That is the beauty about virtual AVS, and the beauty about talking to other people, because you never know the kind of strength they have when it comes to networking. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now I want to look at the chat area to see what comments have been there, what questions have been there, and then we will move forward from there. Thank you very much.